Hi guys, Chemex Vid, take 2, already fucked up the first take. I'm just gonna skip the intro and go straight into it. Got my Lido here for anyone that wanted to check it out. I decided to include that in the video. It's going to be a bit boring obviously because I'm just going to be stood here grinding for a bit, but it's 45 grams of the last of my simalar from extract right here. Which is a bit sad. I've really enjoyed this coffee, but I'll show you what this will do. 45 grams. What kind of time-wise it's doing. I've gone back to the short-handled setting. I was using the long-handled for a bit, and I kind of liked it. Then I decided I'd be manly and put it on the short handle again. I apologise if the camera angle is a bit dodgy. I've had to finagle some kind of wooden stand-up and stick it in amongst all the crap that's on the worktop here. The roofers have been and trashed our kitchen by leaving the roof off, which, if you've been following me on Twitter, you will have heard about that. So I apologise for that, by the way. I just needed an outlet to vent about my roofing-based fury. But anyway, we're nearly done, and that's 45 grams of coffee in a hand grinder. And I can see the bottom of it. I'm doing things a different way around now as well. Before I was rinsing the filter, then grinding, and then doing it that way. But I've decided to start, it means that the beans sit for about 30 seconds longer. And you'll let the cup, the grinds even, sorry. But I think it works better from a heat point of view. And not that it really matters now with the kettle with the UV cozy. It seems like I can leave water in there forever and it'll just stay 92 degrees, doesn't really shift. Silver skin and stuff in there, sort of parchment or something. I'll be missing. To add just over the 45 gram mark so that any retention in there is basically negated. Now last time I made a video I forgot the timer, so I'm going to make sure I don't forget the timer or the scales. The scales are kind of going tits up at the moment. I keep let's go 45 grams and add about 70 grams to bloom. Coffee isn't quite as fresh as it was. It's about a week and a half old now, so it's it's beyond where I like it for brewed. Really, I should be using this in the espresso machine, but I haven't really got anything. Didn't have nearly enough to go and dial that thing in, so. It's cool. It'll be delicious coffee. I'm really sorry, my video making skills are absolutely terrible, and it might be really dark as well. Like I said, with the roofers we've had to disconnect the lights, and you know, because we had water pissed through the ceiling. And alright, it's just about done. So what I do is break the middle bit with the beginning of the pour, and then I kind of let it settle to a point where I can bring the crust up purposefully, so that the first part of the pour happens, you know, the first drawdown happens really quickly. So if I do that and then start the pour now, then you can see the whole crust will go up and gradually be deposited at the sides, rather than forming a bed on the bottom. And I pour fairly quickly in a small spiral up to 450 mils. There we go. This is the other thing that is really irritating me about these scales, is that they have a lag, so that you think you poured 450, but actually it's, you know, it takes time to catch up, and you're actually at 455, which is a bit of a, it's fine at this stage, but at the end, if you want to get an exact volume of liquid, then, you know, sometimes you just can't help but overshoot. But it's fine. I'm going to get the Hario scales, which have just come out. I'm really excited about those. They cost a fortune, but, you know, I'll somehow justify it. Now that's dropped down about 2/3. I'll bring that back up. So I bring it up fairly quickly, and then I slow it down so that I hit that tide line there at 750. And that's about it. That is my Chemex technique. There is, you know, it's pretty simple. I'm going to keep playing with it, keep revising it before the Brewers Cup. But, you know, the realization I seem to have made is that as long as you keep the technique consistent, and you keep the grind, you know, and you alter the grind, it doesn't really matter how you pour it, as long as you kind of match your grind to your technique. It was something that Mike on Coffee Forums was talking about. And also the fact that, you know, you finish up with like a lumpy bed in there. Right now, well, that's fairly flat, but, you know, there are a few lumps and bumps in there. And that's pretty much how all of my brews have been finishing up lately. And I should probably talk a bit more about the Lido, but then, you know, I've already spoken about it at length. But check it out. Fucking, excuse my language, it is wicked. If you're watching this in America, obviously you call it a Lido. I would imagine, you know, my videos aren't particularly popular. I doubt anybody in America is going to be watching this. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to put it up on YouTube. You know, I'm not the video king. I'm not the brew king either. Not yet, anyway. I might be one day. Give me a few years' experience, and I might make some videos worth watching. Yeah, I can't afford the refractometer or anything, so I'm purely calibrating, or, you know, dialing in my brews to my own taste, so I have no idea of TDS or extraction yield or anything like that. But I think I have a pretty good palate. I can usually pick up if something's over or under extracted, or this isn't right. See how it is. I'm pretty happy with that. It's good. I don't even know why I bother with the timer. It's pretty much just for the bloom, because I always forget to look at what time the brew finished. Now it's saying 6 minutes 20, but I don't think the brew was any more than about sort of 4 minutes or something. Maybe I'll be able to pick it up on the camera, or you guys might. I suppose there's not really a lot else to say. I mean, there's loads that I would like to share with you, but I think that's about it for now. Maybe some more videos. I've got, I'll show you around. I'll just take this. I've got the PID on my Sylvia now, which is wicked. I've kind of fallen back in love with her again. The animals have stayed quiet for this video, which is cool. And the brew went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. You know, it was although my talking has probably made this video awful, the actual brew itself was good. You know, I was happy with that. Alright, Nick, stop talking bollocks. Let these people go and do whatever they want to do. You've made this video far too long. Later.